Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate 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 Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskrityam
Narayanam Namaskrityam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Daivim Sarasatim Vyasam
Devim Saraswati Vyasam
Tato Jayamudirayat
Tato Jayamudiraya
Nastapraeshu Vabhadresu
Ashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke
Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki.
Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki.
So as we heard, this is an auspicious time of the year. This is the month of Kartik. We just celebrated Diwali. I think probably all of you took part in some kind of festivities for Diwali. Of course, Diwali is just one day, but it's one day in the auspicious month of Kartik. Kartik is one of the names of Srimati Radharani, who is the eternal pleasure potency of Lord Krishna. So there are many pastimes which take place during this month of Kartik, which we remember. A few days ago we celebrated the festival of Govardhan Puja, or sometimes it's called Anakut, making a hill to represent the Govardhan, because during this month Lord Krishna picked up the Govardhan hill. But the particular importance of this month of Kartik is the Damodara Lila. Damodar, Dama means the rope, and Udara is the belly. Lord Krishna's belly is bound by ropes by Mother Yashoda. It's a very interesting pastime, because Lord Krishna, we say he is Swayam Bhagavan. He is the original Supreme Personality of Godhead. And he is coming, playing the part of a child. It's the most amazing thing. You know, I was trying to distribute literature one time over in Europe, and I met this young man, and he said to me, I know Krishna cannot be God. He has a mother and father. So he could not understand the transcendental nature of Lord Krishna's birth in this world, which is one of the important verses in the Bhagavad Gita. In fact, it's probably the most important verse in the Bhagavad Gita, because Lord Krishna is saying that if you understand his birth and his activities, how they are transcendental, then when you give up this body, you never have to take birth again. And that is very much to be desired by all of us. We want to consider the importance of becoming self-realized, understanding our actual spiritual identity. Although we live in a material body, we're different from the body. Just like you live in an apartment, you don't become the apartment. You're different from the apartment. In the same way, we are spiritual beings and we're living in a material body. The material body is likened in the Bhagavad Gita to the dress, right? And Lord Krishna describes Bhagavad Gita, Vachamsi Jirnani Yatha Vihaya Navani Grenati Naroparani Tata Sharirani Chihaya Janani Anyani Samyati Navani Dehi. Just like we change the dress. You get a new dress. The dress gets old, you get a new dress. The body also deteriorates. We get a new body. The body changes. We give up one body after another. We've had many bodies, something which we don't always remember. Even in the Bhagavad Gita, you see Arjuna forgot this. Arjuna was surprised when he heard Lord Krishna say that he had spoken the knowledge of the Bhagavad Gita to the sun god. And Lord Krishna says to Arjuna, or rather Arjuna says to Lord Krishna, how could you speak this knowledge to the sun god? Because Arjuna was thinking, Krishna, you and I are the same age. You know, Yudhishthira and Bhima, they're older, and Nakula and Sahadeva are younger, but Arjuna and Krishna are the same age. And so Arjuna was thinking, how could you speak the knowledge to the sun god? And Lord Krishna then said to Arjuna, many, many births both you and I have had. Lord Krishna said, I can remember all of them, but you cannot. The same way, we've had many, many births. And we will continue in that condition unless we become self-realized. Self-realized is a process by which we can get out of this material existence. You know, we do our best to make it comfortable here in the material world, you know. We try, especially you come to Dubai, sometimes, you know, you could think people are comfortable, maybe more comfortable here than in other places. But we have to remember, it's temporary. We can't stay here forever. We have to leave one day. And so, where are you going to go from here? Just like you have your GPS, right? You drive the car, you have your GPS, you have to know where you want to go. It doesn't tell you where to go. You have to know yourself where you want to go. And so similarly, with this human body, you have to think, where do I go from here? We have a destiny. Where do you want to go? It's important for us to think about what kind of destiny do you want? Just like if you have children, you talk to your children and you tell them, oh, you have to study hard, you have to do well, then you can get a nice job and like this. So many things. You think about the future. And so all of us, we have to think about the future, right? The children can say to their parents, what about you, mommy and daddy? What are you thinking about the future? You know, where are you going to go from here? We're going to have to give up the body one day. So this month of Kartik is very special. It's a special opportunity for all of us to make great spiritual progress. And we do it by very simple activities. Like during this month of Kartik, we are worshipping the Lord in the form of Damodara, as a child being bound by ropes by Mother Yashoda. And we are praying to him. Because Lord Krishna, or Lord Damodara, he is the Supreme Lord. And he can deliver us from this material existence. We have to get the mercy, right? We want the mercy, give me the mercy. So we have to deserve the mercy. We have to be qualified to receive the mercy. Lord Krishna can give the mercy. We say man proposes, God disposes. So we have to want to get the mercy. We have to earn it. And the way in which we earn it is by devotional activities. And during this month of Kartik, it's very powerful to do a little devotional activity. And what are we doing? We're having this ceremony. We sing this song, Damodara, about Lord Damodar's pastime, and we offer a lamp. We offer a lamp or a candle, some kind of flame. Light is very significant. The Vedas say, Tamasima Jyotirgama. Come to the light. Don't stay in the dark. Right? Darkness is always fearful. In the dark, we don't feel secure. You always feel anxious. But in the light, we're more confident. So the idea is coming to the light. Where there is light, there is knowledge. Ignorance is like darkness. And we're in ignorance if we forget our spiritual identity, if we are forgetting who we are. And it's very powerful. Material energy is very powerful. It's Krishna's energy. And he bewilders us. We become attached to the material world and we identify with the body. And we think, I am the body. We think that my body's growing old. But actually we're the same. We're all eternal spiritual beings. We're living in the material body. For the soul, there's no birth and there's no death. You say, well, it doesn't matter then. Well, it doesn't matter, but you have to think about what kind of body do you want. Now we have the human body, but if we lose the human body and we go into the lower species of life, then it's not very pleasant. It's not very pleasant to stand as a tree in the ground. It's not very pleasant to be in a fish body swimming in the ocean. It's not very pleasant to be a mosquito and go and try to suck the blood from people. You know, these kind of bodies, there's many different species of life, right? The Vedas say 84 lakh species of life. Animals, plants, insects, birds, fish, so many different creatures are there. They're all souls living in a different kind of body. So we're very fortunate to have the human form of life, because in the human form of life, we enjoy facilities. We enjoy comforts and different things. So many, but with facility there is responsibility. We have to consider our duty as a spiritual being. So this is important for all of us. We want to understand our spiritual duty, and that begins when we make inquiries. We have to start to ask, who am I? Why am I here? Where am I going? We want to understand these things clearly. So in order to help us in this regard, the scriptures are there, particularly Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita means the song of God. It's spoken by Lord Krishna on the battlefield. And he said Kurukshetra. But Bhagavad Gita was not spoken just only 5,000 years ago at Kurukshetra. Bhagavad Gita is eternal, it's perennial knowledge. It's been there since time immemorial. Krishna spoke it many times. As I said, he spoke it to the sun god millions of years ago. So that same knowledge is relevant today. Mahatma Gandhi used to read the Bhagavad Gita, and today you have your Prime Minister Modi, he also reads the Bhagavad Gita. People in all walks of life, everywhere. You don't have to be a big man or famous or anything. Bhagavad Gita is for everyone. And it's not just for Hindus, it's meant for everyone, every living entity, to understand their spiritual identity, to know who we are and why we're here. So these things are explained to us. Bhagavad Gita is primary knowledge. Then you can go on to higher knowledge to understand more. We have other books like the Bhagavad Purana, or sometimes called Srimad Bhagavatam. And these books are describing more and more details about the process of self-realization and the nature of spiritual existence. We are struggling with the material energy, and because of the material energy, we experience different kinds of misery. There is misery of our body and mind. The body can give us so much trouble. Just a little infection in your toe can give you so much trouble. Poison finger, so one tooth can give you so much pain and trouble. The nature of the body is to give us trouble. To get pleasure from the body, very difficult. Did you ever think about how to get pleasure from your finger or from your toe? It can give you a lot of pain, but to give you pleasure, very difficult. It's the nature of the material body and mind, just to give us trouble, to give us pain. Then there are miseries from other living entities. You may have trouble with neighbors. You may have trouble with your boss in the job. Maybe you have difficulty working with people in your company. There's always trouble. Sometimes dogs are giving you trouble. Sometimes insects are giving you trouble. Sometimes germs, bacteria, they're giving you trouble. And other living entities can give us difficulty. And then there are the miseries due to the material nature. Too hot or too cold. Tsunamis, earthquakes, one after another. Miseries are there in the material existence. We want to transcend the material existence. On the bodily platform, there's so many miseries, but on the spiritual platform, there are no miseries. The nature of the transcendental platform is eternal, full of knowledge and bliss. We would all like to have bliss. We like the idea of ananda, bliss. So there is bliss and it's available for all of us. But we have to transcend, we have to give up the identification with the material energy and enter into the spiritual realm, the realm of transcendence. And you can do it very easily, very quickly, just by taking up this chanting of the Maha Mantra. As we've been hearing this evening, the chanting of the Maha Mantra, when we take part in the kirtan, we forget everything. All the thoughts of the material energy are left behind and we enter into transcendence. It's the nature of the mantra. The sound of the mantra carries us into the spiritual platform and we can experience the transcendental realm, the bliss, the pleasure of this. That pleasure is there in our soul, in our spiritual being. We want to realize our spiritual being. We are looking for pleasure. We often try to find pleasure through the senses, externally. We're thinking, eating, sleeping, mating, defending, this will make me happy. But the pleasure from these activities is very limited. There's a higher pleasure. The higher pleasure is within us, and it's higher even than the mind. We have to transcend the mental platform. And to transcend the mental platform, You have to have this spiritual connection. That spiritual connection comes from the Supreme Spiritual Being, Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna descends into this world through His holy name. It is stated, Golokera Premadan Hari Nam Sankirtan, that the holy name comes from Goloka, which is in the spiritual realm, and the holy name descends and appears in the tongue of the devotees when we chant the Mahamantra. So this is during the month of Kartik. If you take part in these activities, chanting the holy name, offering the light to Lord Damodar, just even hearing and observing these activities, you get great spiritual benefit. You get rid of the sinful reactions of our past lives. In our past, we all have some kind of karma. You know, did you ever do your astrological chart? Did you check out your astrological? Did you have any doshas there? Usually, we have some kind of doshas there in our astrological charts. So, you can get rid of all the bad reactions just through the chanting of the holy name. Destroys all of our past activities. And when we get rid of our past reactions, then we can awaken the spiritual energy. We can experience the true bliss of the spiritual world, which comes to all of us when we start to chant the Mahamantra. So we're encouraging all of you people here this evening, please join with us to chant the holy name, and in a little while we will be offering Damodar Puja. We will sing the Damodar song and we will offer candles. So please take the opportunity to offer a lamp to Lord Damodar. It's for your eternal spiritual benefit. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Any questions, anyone?
किसी का कोई प्रश्न कुछ है?
Wonderful association. So we have been like I am just talking on behalf of a layman. Like we keep hearing that we have to follow Krishna consciousness in everyday life, but somehow I feel that we struggle a lot in setting an example of or deciding in what way can I, let's say at my office, how can I apply Krishna consciousness, or at my home, how can I apply Krishna consciousness, or in my society. So we sometimes, I struggle to find that if I'm earning, how can I apply Krishna consciousness? If I'm with my colleagues, how can I apply? Or if I'm with my boss, how am I applying Krishna consciousness? So if you can just enlighten us with a few examples.
Yes, thank you for the question. Yes, how can we apply Krishna consciousness in our home? Well, here you can see a nice altar decoration with the pictures of Lord Krishna, and we offer some flowers, and we offer some fruits, and we offer also some worship to the Lord in this form. And so in our home like that, when we cook some food, we offer the food here. You can do it like that. And by also offering some incense and things, you do some puja, little puja like that. So in this way your home becomes like a temple. It's a place of Lord Krishna, that he lives here. And you can even think of the home as being Krishna's home, and you're living here as his servant. And in your office, working in your office, you can also be Krishna conscious, because you can distribute prasadam there to everyone. You can say, I went to a program, we had satsang last night, I brought you some prasadam from the program, and you give someone some sandesh or some burfi or something, you know, like this, you know, and people will be happy. You know? You give them a sweet ball. And you can also, one man I know in his office, whenever he would open a new page, he would always put the Maha Mantra on the top of the page, you know. He liked to always put Hare Krishna on every page of the paper. And when you receive phone calls, you can also say Hare Krishna. You know, some people, some parts of the world, in Gujarat, they will say Jai Shri Krishna. You know, some people say Radhe Radhe. You know, we prefer to say Hare Krishna. And so, like that, you can be Krishna conscious also in your office. Some devotees also, they will wear the neck beads around their neck, and this way identify themselves as being the devotee of Krishna. And some other people even will put the tilak on the forehead. And like that, you can show you can identify yourself as being a devotee of Krishna. The tilak actually helps to remind people about Lord Krishna. Just by seeing the tilak, people benefit. And so these are some different ways you can practice Krishna consciousness, introducing Krishna consciousness to people. It's nice to also give books to people, let people have a book to read, or keep some book around every day, you know, can try to read a sloka from the Bhagavad Gita. Actually, we're encouraged, try to read a chapter a day from the Bhagavad Gita. But if you can even manage even one sloka a day, then very good. And 700 slokas are there in the Bhagavad Gita. So in 2 years, you can finish the whole Bhagavad Gita. And if you read a chapter a day, then 18 days you finish the whole Bhagavad Gita. So like that, if you think about it, there are many ways, many opportunities to introduce Krishna consciousness in your home and in your office. One of the devotees in China, he's working in Shanghai, and he would take a lunchbox of prasadam to his office every day. You know, and his wife would cook some prasadam and take it to office. And he told me the other people in the office, when they saw his lunchbox, they said, "Wow, that looks so good. Can you get some for me?" Yeah. So like that, you know, you have some nice prasadam, you can attract people, and you can also arrange for them to have prasadam. And we try to do like that. Now in Bangkok, we have also the devotees there. You know that MBK big store there? So they distribute prasadam every day there. Many people are taking prasadam.
Mataji keeps sharing the pictures.
Oh, really? Good. Okay. Well, thank you for the question. Yeah. Rajananda.
I'm not sure it is with this topic related, but Radha Kund has been appeared in this material world. In the spiritual world, Radha Kund is spiritually, it is always eternally there, or there is a pastime of aspects happen there to enhance the Leela.
Well, here we do celebrate the appearance of Radha Kund, right? The pastime was there that Lord Krishna had killed one demon, Vatsasura. Right? So Radharani, Srimati Radharani said to Lord Krishna that you have killed a cow. You have to go to all the holy places and bathe in all the holy rivers to purify yourself for this sin. So Lord Krishna said to Radharani that I will call the holy rivers here. He said, I don't need to go to them, I'll call them all here. And Lord Krishna dug his heel in the ground and called all the holy rivers. And one after another, they all came. Ganga, Yamuna, Godavari, Saraswati, Narmada, Sindhu, Kaveri, one after another. All the different holy rivers, they all came and they brought water and they poured the water there. And this was the Shamakund, right? And then Krishna said to Radharani, now you have to purify yourself because you've been associating with me. And so then Radharani called all the gopis and they began to bring water from Manasaganga. And in this way they made Radhakund. So you're asking me about Radhakund. That's how it appears here in this world. How it appears in the spiritual world. Well, I don't know. You know, when we go there one day, we'll find out. Difficult to know all these things. But certainly here we celebrate the appearance of Radhakund, right? At midnight, they say. Okay. All right.
Okay. On the rhythm of to come.
Would you want to share something about Krishna consciousness? Many new people.
Probably this will help. Maharaj, I just got a few questions regarding the soul and the body. How do we identify that, realize that we are not the body, we are spirit soul? The first question. Second question is that when we realize that we are spirit soul, what should we do as a spirit soul? And finally, the third question is that how do we know that there is another destination after that? Because even my mom, you know, for a long time, she said that when the body is finished, everything is finished. So how do we explain to people that there is a destination after that?
Well, we give some logical explanations. For example, we say my hand and my head and my leg and my body. So who is the proprietor? We say this is mine. And, you know, I own it. So who is the proprietor? We talk about my body. Who is the proprietor of the body? That is the spiritual person, the soul. And sometimes when a person leaves the body, we will say they've gone, right? Sometimes we say Golok Gaya. We hope, right? We hope. They're gone to Golok. You know, where did he go? Oh, Golok Gaya, you know. He went to Goloka. Well, the bodies, you know, the body's burned. The bodies are usually burned, right? But he went to Golok. So what went? It's the soul. He's gone, right? He's gone. What's gone? The body's there. But he's gone. Where did he go? Who is he? The soul, the spiritual body, that particle which was within the body, what gives life to this body, that is the soul. It is not very difficult to understand the spiritual nature of this, the nature of the person, that we're not the body. That's the most basic part of spiritual knowledge, to understand that I am not the body, but I am a spiritual being, I am a soul living in the body. And then your mother is saying, though, when the body's dead, then it's all finished. The materialistic people like to think like that. So Prabhupada was in Russia, and even there was one professor of Asian studies. This was during the time of the communist regime, so the Russians were still communist. And the professor said to Srila Prabhupada, "Oh Swamiji, at the time of death everything is finished." So this Prabhu's mother also, coming from Malaysia and being a Chinese body person, she also thought like that, you see. But people with a little bit more spiritual education, they understand something else. Just how can we explain why we take birth in different conditions of life? You know, we like to think, oh, everybody is equal. But is everybody equal? You know, some people are rich and some people are poor. Some people are healthy and some people are sick. some people are educated, some are not. There's a lot of differences between people. Spiritually, we're all equal. So there is equality on the spiritual platform. But material bodies are different. Why is somebody rich and why is somebody poor? Why is somebody suffering and why is somebody enjoying? It's the results of our past activities. And we have to bear the fruit of the results from previous lives, not only just with our own birth. Why do we take birth in a particular family? Did you choose where you were going to take birth? Did you choose the family, the home you wanted to come in? Did you, oh, I don't want to go in her womb, I want to go in that. You don't get to choose. We're forced by the material energy. The laws of the material nature put us into different conditions of life. So, the law of karma, from our previous lives, we enjoy and suffer different conditions. It shouldn't be very difficult for people to understand if we think about these things. Most people don't like to think about it. They don't like to think about these things. That's the problem. So we're trying to get people to just try to understand these points, that there is a law of karma and you can get free. Karma is not eternal. We may have a lot of heavy karma, but it's not eternal. You can get rid of karma, and you can do that by the process of yoga, particularly bhakti yoga, the yoga of devotion. All the karma can be removed and we can be liberated. We can go out from this material existence. No more birth and death. We have one book. I don't have it with me today, but there's one book which we published called Coming Back: The Science of Reincarnation. The last chapter in the book is called Don't Come Back. Right? If you come back, it means you failed. You have the human life, you have an opportunity to get out, to go beyond birth and death. But if you come back again in the material existence, means we failed. Just like if you're maybe taking some exam, maybe you want to take the bar exam or something, be a lawyer. You know, if you fail the exam, oh, you have to take the exam again, and oh, pay all the fees and write the exam, and it's so much trouble. And so you don't want to be coming back and again and again and again. That's the idea. We want to get free, go beyond birth and death. So this opportunity is there. Very easy, becomes very easy. Just try to understand our relationship with Lord Krishna by chanting His holy name, and we can get free. So your mother can also be delivered by your grace. You become a good devotee and you can deliver your mother also. Hare Krishna.
Haribo.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Can I ask, please, Maharaj, for the benefit of, for our benefit and everybody's benefit, I just wanted to ask a very basic question on Mahamantra.
Switch on.
We know that in Kali Yuga it is Hare Nam, Kevalam, Kalam Nastev, Gatiranita. So we want to hear from you, Maharaj, why it is important. Like, just want to hear something about Mahamantra. Why Mahamantra? Why not other mantra? And how do we develop taste to do more and more and more and more every time that mantra is on our tongue? You know, how do we develop that taste? And why only Mahamantra? Just for the benefit.
Well, we don't say only the Mahamantra. We say chant the holy name of the Lord. Harinam, you can chant any name of the Lord. So you can chant other names, you know, but there's different values in different names. Just like Lord Shiva told his wife Parvati, Parvati was going to chant Vishnu Sahasranam. So Vishnu Sahasranam, 1000 names of Lord Vishnu. But Lord Shiva told his wife, Rame Rame Namo Rame Sahasranam Abhistuyam Sri Rama Nama Varanini. Lord Shiva told us, just chant the name of Lord Rama. One name of Lord Rama is equal to 1000 names of Lord Vishnu. And so, you can chant the names of Vishnu if you want. You can chant the name of Lord Rama if you want. We chant the name of Lord Krishna. And it's actually said 3 names of Lord Rama is equal to 1 name of Lord Krishna. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chanted the Mahamantra. We're also chanting the Mahamantra. It's a Vedic mantra. Iti sudashakam nam nam kali kaumasha nashanam mata sparashayopaya sarva vedeshu drishyate. It's stated there that these 16 syllables, sudashakam nam nam, the 16 syllables of the Mahamantra, it can destroy all the dirt. So Srimad Bhagavatam also recommends Krishna Kirtan. Kaler dosha nidhe rajan astihi eko mahadguna. Kirtanadeva Krishnasya Mukta Sangha Parambrajat. That the age of Kali is an ocean of faults, many dosha, a lot of faults. But there's one good thing, just by Kirtan, Krishna Kirtan, you can cross over the ocean of material existence. So you can chant any, if you like, there are many names of the Lord. We also sing other names. We have many songs we sing, the names of Krishna.
Yes, Maharaj, thank you. And how do we develop taste?
You develop taste by more chanting. You do more chanting, you get more taste. Right? In the beginning, you don't have taste. It's because of our jaundice of ignorance, because of our avidya, because of our attachment to material sense enjoyment, we don't have the taste. Just like if you have jaundice, what do you get? I was in India. I went to India in 1975. You were not born, all you young people, right? So anyway, I got jaundice and I was in Delhi, very hot. I'm not used to the heat, coming from England. So in the summer in Delhi, 50 degrees and like that. I got jaundice. And the doctor told me, I don't have any medicine for you. He doesn't, you have to. Anyway, another devotee told me, take some sugar cane juice. You drink the sugar cane juice, it will help you. So I thought, nice, I like sugar cane juice, I really. And so I got a big glass of sugar. But when I drank, it's terrible, what is wrong? And he said, because you have jaundice, because your liver is not functioning, you cannot taste the sweetness. So the same way we don't have taste for the holy name of Krishna because of our jaundice. We have jaundice of material life, materialism, and it's not giving us a taste for the holy name. So what to do? You have to keep drinking the sugar cane. It's not very pleasant, but you keep drinking and you keep drinking, and gradually the liver gets healthy and you taste the sweetness of the sugar cane juice. And similarly, if you keep chanting and keep chanting and chanting, one day you will taste the sweetness of the holy name. Okay, Hare Krishna. So now we will have Damodara.
2 minutes, you can share your experience.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Maharaj, for such a wonderful class today. Probably you all must be very surprised. Someone like me, Chinese, coming to Hare Krishna. So we are considered the rare species. So we don't find many of them. So when I first joined Hare Krishna in 1997, and then I went to Perth, there's only one family there, Chinese, and I'm the second family that joined the first family. But after 25 years, we only managed to cultivate one Chinese from Taiwan. So, but Indians are coming in every week, no problem, because they migrate there and then they need some social gathering and this and that. They join very easily to come to Hare Krishna temple. So Chinese is very, very hard, very, very rare. Why Chinese are very rare and very hard to come by? Because Chinese are very greedy. So you thought that you are very coming here trying to make money. We are much more better than that in terms of making money, as you probably know. So when come to Hare Krishna, I came to know one thing, and that one thing has inspired me to continue to be in Krishna consciousness, is because that I know that at the end of this process of chanting Hare Krishna and practicing Krishna consciousness, I have a temporary situation to get an eternal permanent situation, which is far, far better than what I have now. So if you, as a Chinese, if you know that we're going to make big profit, will you go for it? Yes. So I went for it. I'm not going to give it up so easily. Why? Why should I give it up? I know it's going to be very profitable. So because you're going to get an eternal body, as Maharaj said, you're going to realize that your spirit soul, you're together with Krishna eternally, no birth, no old age, no disease, no death. So why not give it a go and practice it? And then slowly, as you practice, as Maharaj said, you keep chanting, keep practicing devotional service, you get to realize, wow, this is so nice, because every day you're happy. So when you realize, when you're every day happy without any anxiety, because you're not attached to the material world, not attached to all the money that you have, not attached to the family that you have, not attached to anything that you have here, so you get the real attachment, which is our eternal part and parcel of we are part and parcel of Krishna. So that's why we practice it. But for us to come in is very difficult, because we are so greedy in the material world due to the body that we have. But for you Indians, you are very fortunate. And that's saying the Prabhupada say people who are born in Bharatvarsa in India, they're very fortunate, because they are born with knowing about Krishna, knowing about Rama, knowing about so many different demigods. Alright. So but there's I used to drive taxi in Perth. And a lot of Indians, sometimes Indians, they come here, just like come here, come to America, they come to my taxi. So they see me, whenever I drive taxi, I put on my tila, I got my kunti mala, I got my sikha, they say, immediately they say, oh, you're Hare Krishna. I say, yes, I'm Hare Krishna. Then they talk about, oh yeah, I learned about Krishna when I was young, we know the stories, we know this, we know that. So I said, then I asked him, are you practicing any practice? No, we are too busy, we got work, we come here, we have to work hard and this and that. And then I said, wow, you're actually very fortunate and also very unfortunate at the same time. When they heard fortunate, they love it. Wow, we are fortunate, we know Krishna. They say, why do you say we're unfortunate? I say, you know it, but you don't want to practice. That's really a waste. You know already about Krishna, you know what it's all about, and why don't you give it a go and practice it? And if you practice it, you get even more. So then I invite them, give them a book, come to the temple, and that's what I do in my job. So Krishna consciousness is wonderful. Hare Krishna. Any more questions? Any more questions? Anyone?
So, Mataji is always looking forward to start one class over here. You already have or?
No, we are not having any class.
Yeah.
It is all.
Yeah, so you should have one week class. Many people from Shobha Heartland only here?
Maximum of them are from Soka.
Yeah. So really make Shobha. Shobha. Yeah, you should start one class. Mataji is always telling, many people come for the program, so you should support her and have one class a week.
Yeah, if they want, we can have.